Out of all the lessons Mr. Schoaf shared, one really caught my attention, and I quickly started making big changes. My earnings went from a couple of $100s a month to several $1,000s a month within just a few months. This transformation in my income was a direct result of implementing the insights I gained from Mr. Schoaf's teachings on goal setting. Mr. Schoaf shared with me, "Mr. Rohn, you've always had goals, but in the past, you might have set them without a clear plan. Some aspects of personal development took me a bit longer to start, but when it came to goal setting, I grasped the concept right away and began working on it diligently. And sure enough, when you set goals, create designs and plans, the possibilities for improving your personal life, social and economic aspects, and any projects you have in mind are endless. It's like unlocking a treasure trove of potential. We've already set goals, but the key is to do it more thoughtfully and carefully with a well-thought-out plan, intention, deliberation, and consistency. In the past, we just sort of did it by instinct or by sight or whatever caught our attention. However, he then told me, I want you to take that same ability. And now I want you to work on goals deliberately, thoughtfully, with preparation. He said that by doing this deliberately, I could expand the scope of what I achieve, what I accomplish, and even who I become. The idea was to move away from doing things sporadically or randomly, and instead approach them with a clear purpose. This resonated with me, and he acknowledged and appreciated the effort I had already put into setting goals. Now let's begin by acknowledging and appreciating where we currently stand. We arrived at this point somehow. It was a goal to get here. We've set goals, taken various actions, but maybe it was done somewhat loosely, occasionally facing ups and downs. However, moving forward with just a few pointers that I found helpful, I believe you can begin crafting intentional plans, mapping things out in a way that makes your goals and dreams irresistibly attractive to you. Goals can become like a magnet drawing you towards the future. The key is to feel the pull of what lies ahead. Some things naturally pull you because you're aware of the potential and possibilities intellectually. Discoveries, economic changes, living in a unique country, market opportunities. I mean, you can get excited about that simply intellectually. Now, to truly propel your life forward in a positive way, now you've got to design the future for your personal life in order for it to pull. It's like creating a blueprint for where you want to go. If you design it thoughtfully, your future will naturally pull you towards it. Goals act like a magnet in this process. The better you define them, the stronger they pull. It's like giving your dreams a powerful force that draws you closer to achieving them. Moving on, give a reason for your goals. Here's a little saying for you. Purpose is stronger than object. Simply having a goal is like having a magnet. A well-defined goal becomes an even stronger force, pulling you towards it. When you attach a clear purpose to a precisely defined goal, the pull becomes incredibly strong beyond what you might imagine. And that's the process of being enticed to wake up early. Stay up late and keep going throughout the day. It's like being tempted to read books, discover solutions, and create a game plan. No detail is considered too small in this process. Imagine feeling thrilled to tackle each day because you've carefully planned it out and assigned it a meaningful purpose. Consider having a goal, like getting a home worth $500,000. That goal has a pull to it. But now ask yourself, why do you want it? What's the purpose behind wanting a $500,000 home? You might say, well, for the feelings of my family, how they're going to feel, the prestige I'll be able to entertain. This is where we delve into the aspects that truly pull. It's the purpose behind the goal that creates a strong attraction. Now think about the purpose, extending beyond just specific goals. It can also be about your overall life and how you live and your lifestyle. Consider the purpose of becoming a distinctive person. What impact do you want to make? What influence do you aim to have on others? Reflect on the returns you desire, like appreciation and recognition for the person you've become and the life you share with others. It's about envisioning a purpose that shapes not only your goals, but your entire way of living. See, once you start dreaming about what you can become, the impact you can create, the happiness it will bring, and the rewards that will follow, naturally start crafting a remarkable purpose for your life. And don't forget to include your family and friends in this plan, because often what we do for others has a more significant pull than what we desire for ourselves. It's about envisioning a purpose that not only fulfills your aspirations, but also contributes positively to the lives of those around you. Picture this. If you can envision yourself being exceptionally kind, offering things to people that they never thought possible, assisting them in achieving things beyond their wildest dreams, imagine how that would make you feel. Think about the kind of person you would become, the joy it would bring you. Take a moment to reflect on it, discuss it, and actively plan and design how you can bring such positive impact into your life and the lives of others. It's about embracing the potential for benevolence and considering the profound effect it could have on both you and those you help. Now, there's two ways to face the future. One way is with apprehension, feeling scared or uncertain about what lies ahead. I used to play a game where I'd think about all the what-ifs on the negative side. What if money becomes a problem? What if the government doesn't do well? What if there's a war? It's easy to fall into this negative thinking, especially if you don't guide your mind and awareness positively. Without proper discipline, it's quite simple to feel worried about tomorrow, next week, next month, or even the years to come. Here's another way to face the future, with anticipation. You can set things up so that you look forward to the future instead of being afraid of it. It can make a big difference in your life. Consider how close the future really is. It's just the next minute. That's the future. Sure, the past is fading away fast, and the future is approaching rapidly. So naturally, our focus shifts to the future, right? We're immediately thinking about the upcoming hours, the days to come, and the years ahead. That's the future. The most effective way to look forward to the future is by ensuring a significant part of it is carefully planned out for your life. Let me break it down for you with a simple diagram. In our lives, we're primarily dealing with four key aspects. Picture these four little boxes. The first one is named potential. The next is action, followed by results. And the last one is called attitude. These elements play a crucial role in shaping our experiences and outcomes. Now, since everything affects everything else, our actions are mostly influenced by how we feel. Think about it. You can choose to be happy or sad, and that's your attitude. Your response to a situation is mainly determined by your attitude. For instance, you can choose to care or not care. Listen or not listen. Go or not go. Be present or not be present. Decide or not decide. These are all influenced by your attitude. So it's safe to say that attitude plays a key role in determining how we approach various aspects of our lives. It is like there's so much more to discover about ourselves, and that's part of the fascinating enigma of life. How much potential we unlock often relies on our feelings. If we don't unlock much potential, it's likely we'll end up with a not-so-great action plan. Consider this. If you're not feeling your best, how likely are you to take on new challenges? How many classes will you enroll in? How many skills will you learn? It's clear that when we're not feeling great, we might not be as motivated to explore new opportunities. With a less effective plan, you might find yourself arriving later and leaving earlier. You start thinking about ways to do less instead of more. The outcome? You end up with poor results and the negative impact begins to show. It's like inflation. Inflation finally starts eating you up here. Now you really feel bad. When you don't utilize many of your skills, it hinders your ability to create a comprehensive plan. This in turn leads to subpar results, setting off a downward cycle. In life, almost everything is either cycling up or cycling down. Nothing really stays stagnant. Think of life like riding a bicycle. Either you keep pedaling forward or you stop. You can't just linger in one place. It's a constant choice between moving upward, growing, or sliding downward, facing decline. How we feel often determines whether we're on an upward or downward trajectory in the cycle of events that unfold in our lives. Now, if we're going down, it's important to intervene and turn things around. The question arises, where do you step in to alter the course of events in your life? The key player here is your attitude. All our actions are driven by how we feel. So to change the entire process, you start by adjusting your attitude. It's crucial to keep in mind that everything has four parts. These elements are present in everything: cause, effect, direction, destination. Cause and effect, along with direction and destination, form these four fundamental parts. Here's a significant question. We all should ponder from the part plan from the past year, where will it ultimately take you in the next 10, 20 years? Because one of the major questions to ask is, 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. The question is where? Where are you going with your current habits? Where are you headed with your current reading schedule? Where is your current mindset taking you philosophically? And what about your attitude regarding the potential you're tapping from your skills and the action plan you're following? It's essential to reflect on these aspects to ensure you're headed in the direction you truly want. Where will you finally wind up? These are major questions that we all must consider. The key is to ensure that our current actions are aligning with the direction we desire. It's crucial that our efforts lead us to the destination we truly want to reach. Otherwise, sure enough, 10 years from now, you could wind up being where you don't want to be, driving what you don't want to drive, wearing what you don't want to wear, and living where you don't want to live. Now's the time to fix the next 10 years. Now is the right time to arrive at more refined philosophical understandings. All of us are influenced by our emotions, the potential we harness, and the steps we take. The outcomes we experience are a direct consequence of the actions we choose to engage in. So, taking thoughtful actions now is pivotal in steering the course for the future. When we have a poor plan, utilizing minimal potential, what outcomes should we expect? And when the results turn out unfavorably, how does it impact our feelings? Since everything affects everything else, yeah, lousy. That's a good word, lousy. It's crucial to consider reaping the benefits, not just for the tangible gains the harvest may bring, but also for the person you evolve into during the process. This involves developing patience, intelligence, discipline, organizational skills, engaging others, and providing opportunities. To achieve a bountiful harvest in the fall, you've got to be quite an enterprising person. It's important to note that the real value lies not just in the harvest itself, but in the skills, personality, and discipline cultivated along the way. These aspects, which you acquire and develop throughout the process, become the primary source of value in your journey, and now becomes the primary value. Once you grasp the true essence of amassing wealth, then you don't worry anymore about your money. Who's going to steal it or where it might end up after you're gone becomes less significant, because you've already derived the most significant value from your wealth. It's not just about the monetary assets themselves. The true wealth lies in the lessons learned, the personal growth achieved, and the positive impact you can make on others during your journey. If you accumulate wealth by focusing on becoming the best version of yourself during the journey, you'll find unparalleled happiness and fulfillment. Embracing this philosophy and applying it to all your future endeavors will bring about a level of joy and uniqueness that may seem beyond belief. It's not just about the financial success. It's about the personal growth and satisfaction derived from the process of pursuing your goals. Getting out of bed in the morning becomes much easier when your focus shifts towards the greater value of the person you're becoming in the pursuit of your aspirations. The excitement comes from the growth you experience, making each day more thrilling and engaging. We all realize that genuine value lies not just in material possessions, but in the continuous process of self-improvement, which adds an element of excitement and interest to our lives. So if we pursue things, sure enough, we're going to wind up disappointed. However, if we allow these aspirations to inspire us to become better persons, the true value emerges. Striving to become a millionaire is a worthwhile goal, but surprisingly, the $1 million itself is not the primary objective. Its significance falls further down the list, with personal growth and improvement taking precedence in the pursuit of true value. The real value is the person you became to acquire the money or the net worth. See, after achieving millionaire status, even if you were to part with the money, the loss wouldn't be significant. This is because you retained the qualities and character you developed in the process. But see, once you become the person it takes to acquire the goal, now the goal is not the most important value. The most important value is what you became to get it. When you truly truly grasp this concept from a philosophical standpoint and place things in their rightful context, losing possessions doesn't bother you much. You still possess the mental worth, awareness, distinctiveness, and skills acquired during the journey to acquire those belongings. The greater value lies in the person you become to acquire it. That's why it's true. The love of money is evil. The rationale behind this is that if your affection is directed solely towards the money itself, rather than the genuine value of the person you've grown into during the pursuit, then see, when it's gone, you've lost everything. Understanding where the genuine values lie, you utilize goals not merely for achieving them, but as a motivation to evolve into a better version of yourself. This approach allows you to focus on the authentic endeavor of life. It's not just about reaching the destination. It's about the transformative journey along the way. Now, most of the answers for your life, you're not going to find this weekend. Instead, it's a journey rooted in your own experience. The key is to kickstart this process, begin reading, start asking questions, and put your thoughts on paper. It's through these actions that the answers are going to flow. One of my wealthy friends said, "Mr. Rohn, I will not insult you by telling you what to think. Instead, I aim to assist you in understanding how to think. This is because the solutions you seek will emerge from your personal encounters and the intellectual capabilities within your own mind. Yet if we can establish certain principles to guide us in uncovering the solutions for the future, it transforms into a profoundly beneficial weekend. While we may have gained insights here, the majority of answers for your life and its trajectory will emerge from your unique experiences. Personal awareness and your own thinking power. With your improved skills in reading, thinking, life design, goal setting, time management, and appreciation for lifestyle value, uniqueness, intelligence, awareness, and intellect empower you significantly. Starting this Monday, you have a remarkable opportunity to enhance your life swiftly through this comprehensive process. The major value of reaching a goal is not to have the goal that the person you have become to acquire. We humans have a unique ability, unlike any other life form on earth, to change the direction of our lives. You're not stuck following a predetermined path, like a blind animal driven solely by instincts encoded in your genes. You have the power to change your course, especially if flying south isn't bringing you the money, joy, and pleasure you desire. So if we want to change our life, all we need to do is use this amazing tool to gather more ideas and information and check if it will benefit us. Wondering where to find this tool? Well, here's the scoop. First off, it comes from personal experience. Personal experience means noting down the questions and answers based on your own experiences. Yes, learning is the foundation of prosperity and well-being. The journey can kick off by paying closer attention to your own personal experiences. That's where it all begins. One way to learn how to do something correctly is by initially doing it incorrectly. Yes, that's one method of learning. But here's the catch. Don't let it go on for too long. If you've been doing it wrong for a whole decade, that's too long. We're not suggesting spending another 10 years just to make a point. You can figure out if you're on the right path or not within a decade. In that time, you'll see if your health habits and financial situation are heading in the right direction or veering off course. It doesn't take ages to figure out whether you're on the right track based on your own experiences. In a few years, you've either got the breath or you haven't got the breath. Having the money or not, and having the self-esteem or not. It's a pretty straightforward observation from your own life. So here's the takeaway. Start making an effort to learn more from your own experiences. You've been through a lot, and those experiences can be your best teacher. That's probably the best university in the world, your own personal experience. There's a Bible phrase that says, everyone can learn a valuable lesson from ants, especially for those who tend to be lazy. Ants are quite remarkable creatures, and it's worth taking a moment to understand their behavior. If you block an ant's path with your hand, it won't just give up and stop. Instead, it will persistently try to find a way around. The remarkable thing is that it won't give up easily. Even if you obstruct its path multiple times, the ant will keep attempting to overcome the obstacles. And guess how long an ant will try? Answer, until he dies. This steadfast determination and never give up attitude of an ain't can serve as a powerful philosophy for us to adopt in our own lives. It teaches us the importance of persistence and resilience, encouraging us to keep trying and pursuing our goals relentlessly. An ant will never quit. What a philosophy. The formula for disaster. Could, should, and don't. And the formula for success. Could, should, will. I will do it. I should do it. I can do it. And I will do it. Among the most influential words in our language are, I will. A man says, I will climb that mountain. Others say, no, it's too high, too tough, too rocky, and no one has ever done it before. But this person declares, it's my mountain, and I'm going to climb it. Soon enough, you'll see me waving from the top, or maybe not at all, because I won't come back until I've conquered it. That's really powerful, isn't it? It shows the strength of determination and the attitude of never giving up. Many research studies reveal an interesting fact. The most successful people aren't the ones who avoid failure the most. Instead, the true achievers are those who are least afraid of failing. These individuals are brave enough to take on challenges even when success is uncertain. They can visualize the goal they want to achieve, but they might not know exactly when or where they'll reach it. Success and failure often go together, like two sides of the same coin. However, many people struggle with the idea of failure. They consider it a negative word with an unfavorable meaning. Instead of viewing failure as a stepping stone to success, they see it as the final and undesirable outcome. Understanding that failure is a natural part of the journey can help shift this perspective and pave the way for greater achievements. Success often comes after experiencing failure, and sometimes it might take several attempts. Failing is a necessary part of the journey because it opens up opportunities for learning and growth. Without facing failure, one cannot create new chances. And success becomes difficult to achieve. Benjamin Disraeli, who was once the Prime Minister of England, wisely said, "Nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on its purpose." Powerful. Here's a thought-provoking question for you. How tall can a tree grow? Well, trees aim for the maximum height they can reach. Did you ever hear of a tree growing half as high as it could? No, that's not something trees do. Now let's think about human beings. Only humans, with their unique power of choice, sometimes choose to settle for less than they could be. Why would we settle for anything less than reaching our full potential? The simple answer is that we have something special called the power of choice. This power gives us the dignity of being human. So, we have a couple of options. Let me share them with you. Here they are, to be all or to be part. You can decide to be less than what you're meant to be, or you can choose to be everything you are designed to be. I'm just suggesting that you take a moment to reflect on what being all might do for your life in the next 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years. The key to living a fulfilling life lies in doing everything you possibly can. It's like a grand quest for a great life, exploring and discovering all that you can become. But I would ask you to walk the high road. Imagine earning as much money as you can, sharing as much as you can, creating all you can, reading as many books as you can, seeing as many places as you can, and becoming as skillful as you can. It's your birthright. Make the most of your abilities and explore all the possibilities life has to offer. Think of it as a journey where you can discover the heights you can reach and the richness you can bring into your life. A man says to me, "Mr. Rohn, I'm earning around $50,000 a year. Is that good enough? I'm taking care of my family. And we're pretty comfortable. Is $50,000 enough?" Now, my response is, well, if that's the absolute best you can achieve, in the time you spend working and doing business, then yes, it's enough. But here's the thing. If you have the potential to make $500,000 a year and you're settling for $50,000, that's when we call you a loser. It's not about the specific amount. What really matters is the extent of what you can achieve. If your absolute best effort brings in $10,000 a year, then that's enough. On the other hand, if your best effort could lead to $1 million a year, then that's also enough. It's not the amount that's crucial. What truly counts is the best effort you put in. Whether it's a little or a lot, it's about reaching the full extent of your capabilities. Let me tell you what I think most messes with the mind. It's simply when you do less than what you're capable of. This kind of behavior can cause various mental challenges and damage. It's about being less than you can be, doing less than you could do, trying less than you could try, and doing things with less enthusiasm than you're capable of. I think it somehow damages the mind. It damages our self-image. I've noticed that when you flip this around and start pushing yourself to do more, it's not just about the value you gain from those efforts. It's about how it makes you feel about yourself. The real treasure is not what we get that makes us valuable. It's what we become. Our true worth is not determined by what we acquire. It's shaped by who we are becoming. Part of this journey of self-discovery is exploring what you can do, how much you can earn, how much you can share, what you can start, how far you can reach, and how much you can extend your influence. It's about uncovering the full extent of your capabilities and realizing the immense value that comes from continuously striving to become the best version of yourself. And you make a strong commitment to thinking deeply about your attitude and actions. We call this the potential for life change. It's about embracing a philosophical approach to how you approach life. Now, the crucial thing to understand is that the real difference isn't in the amount you achieve. Whether you're doing your absolute best and earning $10,000 a year, or doing your absolute best and making $1 million a year, both are considered enough. You see, the concept of enough isn't about comparing 10,000 to 1 million. It's solely about giving your absolute best effort. If you're doing everything you can with the resources and abilities you have, that's what matters most. It's not about the numbers. It's about the dedication and effort you put into your actions regardless of the outcome. Let's delve into the next part of the ant philosophy. Here's something interesting. Do you know what ants keep in their minds all summer long? The answer is winter. Ants spend their summer getting ready for winter. It's quite clever when you think about it. Now, not everyone is as wise as ants. Some adults aren't that smart. They think summer all summer. That philosophy we call fatal. You can't be so naive as to think summer all summer. That's an important philosophy. An ancient story says, don't build your house on the sand in the summer. Why would we be given this advice? Well, because it's easy to build a house on the sand in the summer. However, we must not be so disillusioned. Ants, on the other hand, are smart. They think about winter even in the summer. During the summer, it's important to think about storms and rocks, not just sand and sun. Which brings us to key philosophy number 3. Ants think about summer all winter. I'm sure all winter long, ants say, this won't last long. We'll be out here soon. What a neat philosophy, what a neat attitude they have. On the first warm day, the ants can't wait to get out. Now, if it gets cold again, they'll go back in. But on that first warm day, they're out. When it comes to leadership skills, here's a key lesson. Average people look forward to getting off. Successful people look forward to getting on with it. A person who is thriving doesn't desire to finish. They desire to begin. This mindset is what sparks a transformation in their life, pushing them into action and engagement. Now, let me offer you a suggestion based on this idea. Instead of counting down the moments until a task is over, try shifting your focus to the excitement of starting and doing the activity itself. This change in perspective can make a significant difference in how you approach your work and contribute to your overall success. I have a friend who absolutely loves skiing. You know what's interesting? He can only go skiing during the winter season. It's the time when the snow falls in the high mountains and brings the elk down for hunting. That's what we call wintertime. Even if it's super cold, like 12 degrees below freezing, my friend is okay with it. The key is to be ready and prepared for the winter season. Now, here's good thought. A person who is complete and well-developed finds ways not just to deal with winter, but to make the most of it. The real challenge is to turn every opportunity that comes with winter, not just handle it, The big challenge is to make something out of each opportunity. Considering that winter is a regular part of our lives, why not find some good things in it too? Start realizing that the night will pass as you grow and learn. You'll become better at handling difficult moments and making the most out of each day. So, when the next winter comes around, you'll not only get through it, but also find ways to make it a time of warmth, comfort, and good company. Now here's his next in philosophy. Think about this. During the summer, how much does an ant gather to get ready for the winter? The answer is simple. All it possibly can. To be prepared for the winter, the ant collects as much as it can. This is an amazing philosophy, the all you possibly can philosophy. Now think about your own life. How much do you do? It's important to come up with a philosophy on how much you should do. Our actions are shaped by our thoughts, assessments, decisions, and emotions. So here's a significant question. What should you do? When I was 25 years old, Mr. Schaff gave me the best advice. He said, do all you can. That means giving your absolute best effort in everything you do. Become a student of ability, because humans possess extraordinary talents. Dive into understanding your own abilities. You might uncover surprising things if you give it a shot. There's no telling what you could learn or what skills you could develop. So don't underestimate the potential within yourself. There's a lot to discover and develop. At times, the people with valuable skills might be right beside you. In a leadership role, it's essential to identify those individuals with abilities. Additionally, take the time to uncover your own capabilities. You see, there are things you might not realize until you give them a shot. Trying and seeing if you can do something is the key. So become a student of ability. It's about discovering what others can do and exploring your own potential. All by itself, eager is kind of exciting. Children are eager for their birthdays, looking forward to being the star of the day, receiving lots of gifts, and indulging in too many treats. Grown-ups might also be eager for birthdays, unless they feel a bit awkward about the number of candles on the cake outnumber their achievements. We can be eager to see a ball game, attending a dance recital where your kids perform, meeting an old friend, or even shopping for a new car. Eager sounds like a lot of fun in these situations. But have you ever heard someone say they're eager to live a better life or eager to make a lot of money? Probably not. And that's a bit of a problem because from my perspective, achieving a better life and making a significant amount of money takes an eager desire. We humans have an incredible knack for obtaining exactly what we truly need, but it's crucial to understand the distinction between wishes and desires. You've probably heard people express their wishes for more money to cover bills, go on vacations, or simply ease life's pressures. However, for their lifestyle to truly transform, those wishes need to evolve into genuine desire. If someone genuinely desires change, they wouldn't spend their time watching TV and wishing for something more. The backbone of an eager desire to change is discipline. True ambition is having a disciplined, eager desire. It's like a small voice inside us that says, if I want a better life tomorrow, I need to start working on it today. Ambition isn't a one-time thing. It's a constant, day-by-day mindset. To have the ambition to work towards a better family life, a newer car, a bigger house, and a financially secure future. You need to live it every moment. It's about making choices and taking actions that align with your aspirations. If living a successful life were easy, more people would be successful. If merely having ambition was enough, sure, all of the broken, perplexed people in the world wouldn't be broke and perplexed. It takes continuous effort and a disciplined approach to turn ambitions into reality. Many people spend a big part of their lives trying hard to make a living, while a smaller group seems to have everything going smoothly for them. Instead of just making a living, this smaller group is actively working on building and enjoying a fortune. Everything seems to fall into place for them, leaving a much larger group of people wondering why life can seem so unfair and complicated. I'm quite different from the person I used to be when I first met Mr. Schoaf 25 years ago. I've gone through a lot of changes, and I'm not that same person anymore. While we can't do anything about the past, there's a lot we can do to shape our future. You don't have to stay the same person you were yesterday. You have the power to make significant changes in your life. In fact, you can make astonishing changes in a relatively short time if you give yourself the opportunity to grow and evolve. There's so much you can achieve, even things you may not be able to imagine right now. If you give yourself a chance to make positive changes in your life, your abilities are like seeds waiting to grow. There's so much untapped talent and potential within you that you haven't explored yet. As time passes, you'll discover that you can reach deeper and deeper into your own capabilities. Before you know it, you'll find yourself doing things you never imagined, handling situations you never thought you could, and coming up with ideas that never occurred to you before. This magical transformation is triggered by setting goals. When you have a clear idea of what you want and you desire it strongly, the solutions and abilities you need will start to reveal themselves. It's a bit mysterious why this process works, but what I can tell you is that it does work. Give yourself the opportunity to become all you can be and achieve everything you are capable of accomplishing. Embrace the journey of self-discovery and growth, and you'll be amazed at the incredible things you can achieve. If you currently don't think you have all the skills needed to achieve your dreams, don't worry. Your abilities will grow as your dreams become stronger. That's why the process of setting goals is crucial. The more you focus on this process, the more ideas you'll come up with on how you can change and grow to reach your goals. It's like a journey of self-improvement, where as you invest more effort, your abilities and ideas will naturally expand, bringing you closer to what you want to achieve. Now, what's the major difference between the smaller group with lots of success and the larger group with less? Even though many factors influence our lives, such as the type of parents we have, the schools we go to, or the region we grow up in, none of these factors holds as much potential power for positive change as the ability to dream. Dreams are like a preview of the life we want to live. They have the power to motivate you, to help you overcome obstacles and challenges. Dreams are like a driving force. When we let our dreams guide us, they unleash a powerful creative force that can overcome any obstacles in our path. However, for this power to be fully unleashed, your dreams need to be clear and well-defined. A fuzzy future has little pull power. Wishes are fuzzy. Well-defined dreams are not fuzzy. To truly achieve your dreams, to let your future plans pull you forward, your dreams must be vivid. You need to be a dreamer, someone who envisions the future in detail before it even happens. It's like painting a clear picture of what you want to accomplish, making it easier for your dreams to guide and inspire you. And you've got to be willing to put yourself through the paces of doing the uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable, because that's how you realize your dreams. Now, there's a last main point to consider. The reality is you won't get every single thing you desire, and the reason is it's not that kind of planet. There will be times when unexpected challenges arise and things may not go exactly as planned. I'm sure you're familiar with these twists and turns. However, in my view, if you apply the strategies I've just shared with you, you'll still end up with more than enough. Most of the time, you'll find that you get what you want. These are pretty favorable odds. It's about understanding that while you might not achieve everything, but you can increase your chances significantly.